So about a year ago, an Espoma representative went out to one of our local nurseries to give a class on Espoma fertilizers. Now, I was excited to go to this class because we had been using Espoma for some time now, and I was eager to learn any more information I could about the fertilizer. Not only did I learn about the fertilizer, but I learned about the Espoma company itself. They've been in business for over 90 years now, and they run their whole plant and office area off of solar energy. So I was pretty excited to know about certain things like that, how organic they've actually become, and how organic their fertilizers actually are. Now, I want to take an opportunity to do this video today because this is a product that we use in our garden all the time, and it provides for good, healthy plants in our garden. One other thing is that if your local nurseries are giving any classes for free, I highly recommend you take them because you'll learn lots of information that either you do know or that you can expand upon or you just didn't know to begin with. So I highly recommend doing something like that, because it's always been beneficial to any classes that I've gone to at our local nurseries that they offer for free especially. Now, the reason we use Espoma Organic is because it provides natural organic fertilizer. Natural organic fertilizer provides the nutrients to the microbes in your soil to help improve soil quality for your plants. Another thing is it's a slow release, so you don't have to feed your plants as often, and also provides for less waste and nutrients throughout watering your plants as well. Another thing also is it doesn't burn your plants, meaning it doesn't get into the roots and start burning your roots to your plants like a synthetic fertilizer would. Alright, so spring is right around the corner, and it gets us excited because this time of year we start planning for the garden and start thinking about what the garden needs and how to keep your plants happy. Fertilizers is the number one thing to keep your plant happy, keep them fed, and keep them growing the way they need to, and provide the nutrients that they need to continue to show that growth. Now, because we move a lot, we can understand the stress that is put on plants. So that's why I want to talk about the Biotin Starter Plus. What Biotin Starter Plus does, it provides your transplants and newly planted plants to become healthier and happier without all that shock and stress that you would normally put on a plant. Now, with the Biotin Plus, it has mycorrhizae in it, and what that does, it has fungi that attaches itself to the roots to help that plant not go into shock, but also uptake those nutrients and water better than it would by itself. That's why we use the Biotin Starter Plus. Now, once you plant that plant with the Biotin Starter Plus, what we do is we start to supplement later with the other tones. Now, when I say other tones, there's a magnitude of products that Espoma provides. We have the plant tone, which is pretty much an all-around fertilizer. We have palm tone, we have bone meal, we have bulb tone, we have the tomato tones. There's all kinds of tones you need for whatever your plant needs. Now, the other thing we want to talk about is one of our biggest ones here, and put that on the ground, is holly tone. Now, if you know us, we love hydrangeas. Holly tone is the best fertilizer you can give your hydrangeas to provide them that big, beautiful growth that they need. Now, holly tone is one of the #1 sellers for Espoma. It's been around since they began, basically. It's their #1 product, and this is something that we use all the time in the garden. Now, aside from fertilizers, Espoma also has soils. One of the soils we're going to use here is a seed starting premium potting mix that we're going to use when we start our seeds indoors. And then what we have over here is, this is a bigger bag. And this is the potting mix that we use for our containers in the garden here as well. Now, with these potting mixes, they do contain mycotone, which is the same thing as the Biotin in here that helps promote growth and root growth in your plants, and it's going to keep them healthy and help uptake those nutrients as well and the water better than it could by itself. Now, one of the most common comments I get is, where did I buy it? My local garden center doesn't carry Espoma products. Now, it's unfortunate if your local garden center does not carry Espoma products, but I'm sure if you inquire about it, and enough people inquire about it, they'll start reaching out and trying to find out how to carry Espoma products in their garden centers. Remember, the squeaky wheel always gets the grease. That's one thing that I always live by, and if you inquire enough about it, eventually someone's going to care enough to go out and find out why they're not carrying Espoma products in their garden center. So we've been using Espoma products for some time now, and in my personal opinion, it's the best fertilizer out there on the market. If you don't know anything about fertilizers, definitely go do some research, and you're going to find the 3 main nutrients that normally come up is NPK, which is the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But that's not the only thing that plants need. Plants need a whole different slew of nutrients, and what Espoma does, it caters to that variety of plant that you want to provide to. Take, for instance, the palm tone. Now, when you go do some research on old gardening books or vegetable books, you're going to find words like green sand, kelp meal, bone meal, things of that nature that a lot of us don't really understand until we actually start doing that reading. what Espoma does, it provides all that in one tone for one variety of plant that you need. For instance, the holly tone. Again, that's for rhododendrons, azaleas, hydrangeas. Everything you need for those type of acid-loving plants is going to be in the holly tone. We have palm tone. It has everything you need, again, for palms and hibiscus. You have tomato tone, everything you need for tomatoes. They just make it that easy, and that's one of the reasons we use Espoma, because it's just easier to get the product and nutrients that your plants need to grow healthy, stronger, and more disease resistant as well. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for the video today. I hope I was able to provide as much information as I could about Espoma fertilizers. I know some of you guys can't find this at your local nurseries or the big box stores, so I'll provide some links down below where you can order it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those comments down below and we'll try our best to answer the best that we can. Again, grow over your planet, and we'll see you guys in the next video.